Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and it's Sunday, which means it's time for another one of our mailbox cleanouts for the 200 run series. This week we added BFD to our cells, so hopefully that would help us get some more cells this week. Now that we've added 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000 runs actually. Worth of loot and from different areas. So we've only added two expansions. I mean, mostly all of it's been classic. We've added Sunwell at the very beginning, just really to get some of those patterns. We haven't really added much as far as like transmog from another expansion, but we will be getting to this week because we're actually going to be adding Iron Dock. So trying to get this recorded so tonight we can at least start posting that stuff and hopefully start seeing some sales from that stuff as well. So anyway, with this, just remember guys, this is week 5. Like I said, we added BFD to our cells. We run 200 runs. If you follow me on stream, which Twitch link is down below if you guys want to join in, we can do some blacks and things like that. Right now we're actually already running BRD. We're that far ahead, which is great because BRD is actually taking me about an hour and a half for 10 runs. So it's actually very helpful that we're that far ahead so that we can have extra time to get done. Although I'm actually halfway done already. We've already got 100 runs done, so it's not bad at all. We should definitely be done by the end of this week, so we'll still be ahead, which is great. But we're still only adding, even though we're done with Iron Docks and Direct There and Keep, and even if we finish early with BRD, we're not adding the loot to our cells until that week for it. We're only adding one dungeon each week, so we can kind of look and see how our cells are improving each week as we add the loot on. So it's not like we're just adding 400 runs here, 200 runs there, whichever. So it's not all getting all mixed in. But anyway, again, also don't forget with this sheet, this is not to be confused with these values here that we're actually getting, say, that much value or that many cells from that dungeon. It just means that we added that dungeon, and this is what our cells were the week after we added that dungeon. So don't get that confused. Really, it's we're still selling stuff from the previous dungeons as well. So anyway, with that being said, let's just review what we sold last week. It looks like last week in Transmog we had 141,907 gold in sales. Materials, we had 6,621 gold. Really the only reason why we even have a big jump in the materials is because that very first week where we ran Dire Maw East, and the main reason why we even did Dire Maw East was to get a big jump in the materials, just to get us some good starting gold, so we had gold reserves to post our auctions and everything like that. But really it should be pretty low on the materials with most of the farms that we do. And with that being said, as far as our realms, although they are working together, the goal is to hit gold cap. Proudmore actually did the best last week at 126,000 and 21,000 for Thrall, which the week before was the exact opposite. Thrall did better and Proudmore did a little bit less. With that, we actually made 148,000 gold last week, and now we have made 421,000 since we started. 4 dungeons, I mean, averaging I guess about 100,000 a week. I mean, of course we didn't make that, but we only had like 33,000 on our second week there. And granted, it could have been less with Dire Maw if we would have included the materials. I mean, really, it didn't really start to pick up a little bit until we got to the 3rd dungeon here, RFD, where we actually started seeing decent sales with transmog. Although we did have some transmog sales that first week, which was really surprising. But anyway, we added BFD, so let's go ahead and take a look and see how well we did. So go ahead and minimize that. We got our, I did it backwards again. I'm so sorry guys. That's okay. That's okay though. We'll just roll with it. We'll go high value, low value, then low value, high value. It's whichever. But anyway, we got our high value bait tune for Proudmore right here. This is again, we run 100 runs on our Alliance Druid, which the stuff goes to Proudmore. We run 100 runs on our Horde Druid, which stuff goes to Thrall. Okay, that's the 2 realms. We do actually, trade now between each other since they're both in the challenge together. But we do, you know, basically the loot from one goes to one and one goes to the other, and if there's some missing stuff, we'll trade. But anyway, high value transmog, what did we get? So we got some sales, 52,279 gold. Not bad starting out. Let's see, we sold schematic for hyper magnified moon specs, 14,000 gold. Probably less than the value. I'm sure it's a lot more than that, but still not bad. Sold it for 14,000 gold. You can't always expect to get the value whatsoever, and you know, sometimes it does hurt when it's kind of this low and it's something very, very high, but I still don't think these were too high, and I'm okay with that. 14,000 gold though for that. That came from Sunwell. So see, then we just sold something from the dungeon that we ran, you know, on the 2nd week, and here we are on the 5th week. So we're still selling the old stuff. Outrunner's legs, pretty nice price for those, 23,000. I think they're valued at about 30, so that's really not bad at all for those. And I do believe those did actually come out BFD. It was either BFD or Welling Caverns, but I think those were from BFD. Mystics Wrap, that was either Welling Caverns or BFD as well. 14,000 gold there. Ring of Precision, sold it for 95 gold. These rings are way too inflated, way too overpriced. So to try to bring those values down, I was posting some of them for like 200 gold or 100 gold, just trying to get that value to where it needs to be. I might even make a separate TSM group. I was mentioning that in stream the other night. I may actually just make like an inflated list or something and post the stuff really cheap just to get rid of it, and also try to bring those values down, because you know, rings and trinkets, I have sold them for okay amounts in the past, you know, a couple thousand gold. I've sold you know, the Lifestone trinket for like 30,000 gold. I have had one old ring I sold for I think almost 20,000 gold, but nothing like they're showing values 50, 60,000, sometimes 100, a couple million. No, no, it's not going to sell. Anyway though, 52,279 gold for our first bank tune. Let's go ahead and put the value up here in the high value. Make sure we put it in the right spot there. Change that keyboard. 52,279. All right. Go ahead and clean that out. And keyboard again. As soon as it switches over, the switch is a little slow here. All right, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and swap over to our low value transmog bank tune. I'm really not sure how many materials we'll have. I mean, we do have the lock boxes in BFD, so we might have some. All right, low value transmog. Again, we got some sales. Not bad. Not bad. Starting off pretty strong. 33,185 gold. Couple really low ones here. Steadfast Cloak, only 379. We sold one of the white items. Now, this actually comes from both. This comes from Welling Caverns and BFD. We got a lot more of these from BFD than we did from Welling Caverns. I think we only got like 3. And actually, the Lions didn't even get any of these from Welling Caverns. We did actually end up trading one over. I don't think we sold any that first week after Welling Caverns. But BFD, we got a ton of these white items. And that's one of those white shoulders, cloth one. Deviant Scale Cloak Pattern. 1900 gold. So we actually did get that from Welling Caverns, of course. All those Deviant Scale. There's the cloak, the gloves, and the belt. Blood Spatter Loincloth. So sold one of the loincloths. So now that was Welling Caverns as well. Over 11,000 gold. War Paint Legs. I think those came from BFD. 4,000. Prospector Boots. 5,000 gold. Again, BFD, I'm pretty sure. Sold the books from Dharma. Only 950 gold. Really low for those, but it is. Proudmore things sell really cheap, and yeah. I know some of you guys have been on me, oh, man, you should be at least selling those for like 7,000, 8,000 gold. But really, we've got all of these. You know, I've got backups. I got plenty. We're going back to Dharma. We'll have plenty more. I don't care. It's sold. It's, you know, actually probably sold for like 1,000 gold because the auction house cut. So I'm okay with that. And then we've got the Grim Reaper, really low. The recipe for the Gold Thorn Tea, which I wish I would have gotten more. Actually, we sold a bunch of those right after doing RFD, and we're selling for like 1,200. So really cheap there. But They are a guaranteed drop. You get them each time you go into RFD, so really nice there. But anyway, 33,185 gold, not bad at all. Definitely take that. Let's go ahead and put that up on our sheet here. Oh, keyboard. One of these days, maybe I'll remember to switch the keyboard preemptively, like not you know, having to do it afterwards. So far we've made 85,464 gold in transmog alone, just with Proudmore, so not bad at all. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the materials. I don't think it's going to be too many, but we will take a look. All right, loading screen, come on, here we go. All right, we sold a bunch of materials. Very low stuff here though. 1,580 gold. Still, it's a little something to add in here. It's not a whole lot. It's probably one of the lowest we've had as far as materials. Actually, no, Sunwell was fairly low as well, because I mean, really just had those gems and some sun modes. Really wasn't much at all. You see, everything sold like almost right away. Very quick sales there. So 1,580 gold. We'll go ahead and take that out. And now it's on to Thrall. See how well they did. So switch on over. So happy because now I can get the wide stuff up on the auction house. And hopefully we can see some sales in that. Alright, we're going to start off with low value transmog this time. That's the way I usually want to start. I meant to do it this time around too with Proudmore, but I just... oh no, we're getting expired. So hurry up. Hurry up. Get stuff out of there. Oh my goodness. This happened last time too, I think. We were a little bit quicker this time. We actually caught it right at the expireds here. Alright, real quick. Man, I just keep seeing them. 55,281 gold. Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me here. So let's see. Hellslayer Battle Axe. I believe that's... I can't remember where that came from. I'm thinking that came from like... I want to say it came from like a chest or something though. I'm not 100% sure on that. Saltstone Shoulders. Now that did come from RFD. Bristle Bark Blouse. Sounds like a Welling Caverns item. 2,600. Could have been BFD though. Manual for the Strong Anti-Venom. Now that did come from a chest, and I think from BFD chest. Right there we sold that. But it comes out in many different chests and things. 1,400. Pharaoh Harness. That did come from Welling Caverns. 7,300. Another Grizzly Jerkin. We did actually have a pretty nice sale on one of those the other week, but that one's actually pretty low. War Paint Legs, again 1,400 gold. Actually sold the book for 33,000 gold. It was selling really cheap over here, like around 1,000 gold. Now we're again more expireds here. And then we have a schematic for the Purple Smoke Flare. That's our last one. 1,400 gold. So not bad at all. 55,281. Let's go ahead and get this in here before we cannot see it anymore, so we can get moved on to the next one here. Try to get that out of the mailbox too. All right, not bad. We're already up to like 140,000 gold here. Let's go ahead and clean that out so we don't get any other sales mixed in there. All right, and I'll post all this stuff later, guys. But yeah. Glad we could get that finished before we actually had to try to post everything real quick. It won't take too long to post those items though, I guess, but still better that we get it done. And if we have expires on the high value, hopefully we should still be able to go over the sales. I'm pretty sure. All right. Nope, no expires. So 41,990 gold, not bad at all. Let's see, we sold Tyrant Slave Plates, kind of low, only 3,800, but I'll take it. Again, the rings, sold two of those rings of precisions though, 95 gold each. Firemane Leggings, 38,000 gold. I mean, it is something that's actually valued at like over 100,000, but we had so many and everything. I'm okay with that. That's okay. 30, and we'll get more of those too. 38,000 gold for the Firemane Leggings. Man, that's like, is that like 3 weeks in a row we've sold those? I know it's been a lot. recently. I think we had 1 week we sold maybe a couple or something. I don't know, something like that. But they've been selling a lot. Now, granted, it's been around that price range of 38,000, so maybe the value actually needs to come down on those. It might be that they are overvalued because it seems like that's the selling point right there. It's about 30,000 gold, somewhere around that range, at least on my realm. So yeah. Gotta remember that too. A lot of these items here recently, it seems like they are way overpriced. And that's like somebody was mentioning in stream yesterday that they've had the Skullflame shield and it's not moving. They've had it, since January. And now it's like, is it worth, I guess the kind of thing, is it worth to keep posting? Is it really something to be excited about? And asked what the value was, and it's like 225,000. Well, that shield used to only be like around 150,000 in value. I mean, it's jumped up. And just like the rich purple silk shirt pattern, I mean, that its value jumped up to like 1.2 million. It was only valued at like 500,000. And you gotta remember, people know this, that people have seen these items, seen the value of these items. They're not valued that high. And then, something changes or something happens, everybody wants to shoot the value way up. And that's how things get overinflated. And of course, people are not going to buy it at it. I mean, if somebody really wants it bad enough, yeah, they may, but you're going to be holding on to it for a very long time because it's only that one person that really wants it bad enough to pay that extra amount, because you're talking about double the value of what it should be. So a lot of people are just going, no, I'm not messing with that. So really, you should try to sell it at the value of what the item used to be, or whichever. I mean, some items, if they become rare or something for whatever reason, you might be able to get a little bit more, but not almost double the value, not tens, 20s, hundreds of thousands of gold more than what it's actually worth. So that's just something to keep in mind. But anyway, we are actually having the expireds hit now. So let's go ahead and clean this out. We've already put it on our sheet here, so our cells don't get mixed in somehow. And we can go ahead and take our expireds out there. And keyboard. Let's switch on over. And materials, and this will be the last one. And then we can go back over the sheet and see where we are at for week 5. Should be something similar, a little bit more actually. 1,666 gold. So right around the same, but again, it is still RNG when it comes to materials. Not as much. I mean, you are going to see something similar, but the drops as far as how many materials drop each time you loot a mob is going to be slightly different, and the materials that actually come, or if you're opening chests, the amount of chests you have, or whichever, if they have materials in them, it's going to have a small RNG factor in there. So anyway, let's go ahead and clean that out. We've got that on our sheet. So not bad at all. So let's go ahead and pull our sheet back up here now. All right. So for week 5, we made 182,735 gold in transmog alone. So not bad. We are seeing sales go up. We might still see a dip here and there. You will still have bad weeks and stuff, but I'm really hoping with adding different expansions in, like we're adding WOD, and then we'll be adding Northern right after that. I'm hoping that it's going to even, we're going to even have a week where we might have about double, because we have that variety. So I'm hoping to be up to like 300,000 in a week here soon. It might not be next week, hopefully maybe the week after. And then with that, we made 3,246 gold in materials. Not very much in materials, but overall for the whole week, we made 185,981 gold. So that's about 40,000 gold more than we made last week. And you see, I mean, we have been slowly going up. This week we had a bunch of materials, so really if we only had transmog, it'd be a lot lower if the materials were kind of similar to all the material values with all these. So really you kind of see it is increasing, but we may still see a dip here or there. There's a bad week for transmog sales, but not bad at all. Transmog alone, we've made 510,495 gold, and then with materials, we have made 96,524 gold, coming in at a total of, now we've made 607,118 gold with these 200 run series. So not bad. Again, we only add one dungeon a week, even though we are finished with you know, all of them up to BRD. So yeah, we'll be adding iron docks this week. We'll see if that'll improve our sales. But yeah, we're getting close to 1 million gold. Goal is 10 million, so we still have a ways to go, but we are getting there. This week, as far as the realms go, we made 87,000 on Proudmore, a little bit down from what they made last week. Last week they made 126,000, and then this week Thrall did a lot better though, almost 100,000, 98,000, and last week they only made 21,000. So good. They were both Thrall did a little bit better, but they're both right around the same price point as far as how much gold they made. So not bad at all. Well, that is going to be really it for this video though, guys. We'll go ahead and put in our value that we made this week here. Let's see, 148. No, that's last week. 185, 981. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys are enjoying these. I'm really enjoying seeing, you know, how it's improving, seeing the data here and everything with these runs. Let me know if there's something you'd like to see. We still need to finish this out. I kind of stalled here because I was kind of thinking of something for Panda Land to put right here. I have kind of considered maybe just doing 200 laps around Isle of Thunder. You guys let me know what you think about that, because it's not a dungeon. But, and some people said, well, maybe just do a certain amount of hours. Well, you can't really say do hours, because not all dungeons take you hours to do. So for 10 runs, so it's like, you know, and you are kind of just doing a lap through a dungeon. So that's why I was kind of thinking 200 laps of, you know, Isle of Thunder, and that could be, you know, something that we could do. And if that is a lot shorter than doing dungeons, or not as much, because yeah, in dungeons you reset, you have the mobs in the same space, whereas if you're doing something out in the open, like with, you know, Isle of Thunder, you know, the spawns may not be exact each time you do a lap, so you may not have mobs here or may have mobs there, you know, whichever. So it may be a little bit different with that. But I was kind of thinking maybe I could do it alongside something where maybe I don't want to do 200 runs of a certain dungeon and do them kind of in the same week. Kind of let me know about that, because like one I was kind of considering was like Dead Mines, doing that for some of those items, but I don't know if I really want to do 200 runs of Dead Mines. I'm thinking more like 100, because you get so many items when you do that dungeon. It almost seems like it's not worth doing 200 runs even for something like this, because I mean, we just have Defiance rapiers. Like, I mean, it'd be insane how many of those we would have. Not that they wouldn't sell, they would sell, and I do sell, you know, a decent amount of those each you know, every other week or so, but they just, it would take up way too much room for how fast they sell. So anyway, you guys let me know your thoughts on that. And again, if you guys are enjoying these clean outs, if you guys are enjoying the loot videos, any of this stuff I'm coming out with, make sure you hit that like button down below, and also make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next one coming out. Again, the next clean out will be Sunday, where we add iron docks. The next loot video will be tomorrow for iron docks, actually. And also I've been doing the little shorts videos for you for the laps, so you guys kind of see. I know it's really sped up, but I kind of can't help it. Video can only be 60 minutes long. But also don't forget to check out Twitch and see us live on stream as we're doing these runs. We are doing BRD right now. You can join in with the lac. Just know if we do a lac, it's gonna be like an hour and a half, so just keep that in mind. You don't have to do the full hour either if you don't really want to, but really we'll be going for like an hour and a half. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for week 5. Not bad. We're up to 607,000 gold. Not bad for 5 weeks. Definitely have made enough for a token and plus more. And yeah, hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.